Hey, what's going on guys? It's Crassus Gaming here, doing something a bit different today. I'm going to do another Reddit video. This one I want to do on r/FU Karen and a couple of stories from r/entitled parents. I've been wanting to do these kind of things for a while and I want to branch out with more stuff. So I figured I would just have a go at this and see what you guys think. If you do enjoy it, please drop it a like and consider subscribing. But for now, let's just look at some memes and read some stories. As an American, you have a right to not wear a mask. But just like you, businesses have a right to refuse you access or service. You can't have it both ways. You are free to your opinions and choices, but that means accepting the consequences of your actions. Being belligerent or resistant to policies that are intended to protect employees and guests does not make you a patriot. It just shows your complete lack of consideration for anyone other than yourself. Don't mistake inconvenience for oppression. I couldn't agree with this more. It's actually ridiculous. All these Karens you see spewing their bullshit at you, saying, "Oh, I know, I live in a free country. It's my right. It's my body. Blah 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 blah." They have a right to refuse service. They don't have to let you in. I've seen videos of them calling the police for fuck's sake. This is a letter from a landlord to their tenant, and the landlord is the Karen. So it's a bit of a blurry picture, but I'll read it out to you. Please understand, if Joe Biden is elected our next president, everything you do and have to pay will change completely. Everything will be increased, like paying a lot more in taxes, utilities, gasoline, groceries, new permits, fees and regulations, everything. This also means your rent will be increased to cover these expenses. Most likely rent would double in price. If the current president is re-elected, we will not raise the rent for at least 2 years. Wow, how generous, guys. Voting is your choice, and we are not telling you how to vote. We are just informing our tenants what we will do according to the election results. If Trump wins, we all win. If Biden wins, we all lose. Vote on November 3rd, 2020. Thank you, Karen. This is just, for me, this is just abhorrent. Using your political views to try and scare people into voting for the candidate you want. Actually a joke. Scientists with a good reason to wear masks? Karens. I have human rights. I don't have to wear masks if I don't want to. No. So I just want to play this video. So Karen is taking off her daughter's door. I mean, talk about a lack of privacy, you know? Like, how toxic is this behavior? What kind of person sees this and thinks this is normal? Your daughter has asked you to literally, you know, just knock before you enter. You know, it's basic politeness, it's basic courtesy, and it's just a bit of respect. So her real answer to that is, nah, I'm just going to take the door off your room. Like, what a joke. To keep the flies out of her mouth because so much comes out of it. That's quite a bit of damage. Yeah, I mean, this mask is... I don't even know where to begin with this. I don't. So masks are there to stop you spreading things. They're not there to protect you from others. It's to protect others from you. And, you know, there is a mandatory mask policy in a lot of places, especially here in the UK, and for God's sake, just bloody wear them. Listen to the research scientists and medical professions have provided regarding COVID-19, or Draw 25. The government is controlling us. The government don't care about you, Karen, and they don't care about f***ing what you're doing down the shop at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. They don't give a shit. Masks are mandatory in the store. Get me your manager now. Even as it's very self-explanatory, I think, for everyone in the Karen community. So I just want to do a couple of stories now to end this video. We've looked at some memes. Let's go into some stories. This one is off the r/entitled EB Aunt Strikes Again, Vet Edition. So my aunt recently got back in contact with my mum. Aunt was on her way home and found a kitten, so she asked my mum to take her to the vet. My mum agreed, and seeing as I'm my mum's nurse, I had to go too. Now, if you're not familiar with my situation, my aunt is an EB. She and I do not get along, and no matter how nice I am to her, she still acts like I'm the biggest POS. Anyway, we pick her up and I ask to see the kitten. She huffs at me, but finally lets me hold him while we're driving. We get to the vet, and the lady comes out and asks for the kitten. So I hand him to her, and my aunt waits until she's left to start bitching that she wanted him to go inside the carry crate. So I got annoyed, and I walked out to smoke and get far away from her before I said something to her that she would not appreciate. Evie spots a puppy, so she decided to go play with that, and when the nurse came back out, she hands me the kitten and tells me what's wrong with it. Aunt walks back over and got annoyed the vet was talking to me about her cat. So the nurse finished speaking, this time to EB. So the nurse finished speaking, this time to EB, and goes back into to get his meds and get the paperwork for the kitten. I handed my mum the cat and sat down in my car. My mum asks what the vet says, and EB starts giving an attitude saying she didn't know because I decided to act like it was my cat and take over. She goes on complaining to my mum for another minute before I finally screamed at her. Look, you need to really lose your f***ing attitude with me. I am sick of you being a f***ing bitch to me when I did absolutely nothing to you. You were busy with a dog, so yeah, the nurse gave me the damn cat. F*** you. Next time I'll stay the f*** home and you can find another f***ing person to help you. She got really annoyed and didn't say another word to me the ride back. She decided to ask my mum out to lunch tomorrow. Just the two of us, aunt. On my birthday. Gee, thanks. Not to mention her birthday was 2 weeks ago, and not only was I nice enough to let her visit the dog she abandoned before moving out, I even gave her a f***ing gift. No thank you, just more attitude. And they say family is what you're supposed to be able to trust and love, right? I call bull. I'm not surprised that you lose your temper with this kind of person. She seems awful to be around, just someone who just drains the life out of you. Fair enough for you standing up to her and having a go. Did your mum not have anything to say about this? It just seems so explosive that someone like your mother wouldn't comment. But either way, I thought you've done the right thing, especially if she's acting like an entitled, person. Karen accuses a white boy of kidnapping his Asian sister. Oh boy. My girlfriend has a college friend named Maya. She was adopted from China and brought to the US as a baby. We were chatting in the dining hall when Maya told me this bizarre story that happened between her and her older brother John. Note, Maya is the only adopted child in this family. John's mum was busy one day and needed someone to pick up Maya from middle school, so she asked John to do it. Usually how it works is several supervisors watch all the kids and then guide each parent to their kid. When John approached this one supervisor, aka Karen, she was skeptical that this was Maya's brother. John explained his mum was busy, so she asked him to do it. He even showed her his driving license, and she was still skeptical. Karen told John to wait until calling Maya over. Apparently, Karen tried to call Maya's mum and dad, but neither answered. By then, almost all the kids had gone home, and Maya noticed her brother and tried going out to him. And the following exchange went something like this. "Oh hey John, get back in the building, we can't verify who this man is." "Miss Karen, that's my brother." "Well, we can't verify him, so you can't leave with him." "Miss Karen, I am her brother. Maya was adopted. Didn't my mum tell you?" "For all I know, you could be some stranger here to kidnap a little girl. It's for her safety as well as ours." Maya and John were both getting annoyed, so they just waited. Before they knew it, the police showed up. Karen says she suspected this young man of trying to kidnap his own sister, and possibly even a pedo. She also made snide remarks like, "I know I wouldn't want my kid to be in this situation." John showed his license again, and Maya pleaded with the cops that this was her brother. John called his mum, and finally she picked up. When John told his mum what happened, she was pissed. Karen tried to argue it was for the kid's safety. One mum to another, "Surely you must understand my position." John's mum was having none of it. She went off on Karen, accusing her of being sexist for assuming her son was a pedo, and racism for assuming he wasn't related because he was white. She said if John was Chinese or if Maya was white, she wouldn't doubt they were related. Karen was arrested for her false accusations and later got fired. I've heard of black caretakers being accused of kidnapping white kids, but I guess Asians aren't immune from this either. In any event, it sounds like Maya's got a good family behind her. Edit. I don't know if Maya's brother was on any sort of approved list of people to pick her up. She didn't say. Edit 2. Karen was arrested for making a false police report and then disorderly conduct. She was fired, at least in part, for racial profiling. Edit 3. To everyone saying this is fake, all I know is what Maya told me. Okay, so I'm going to give my opinion. I do think this is fake. It does sound a bit, it was fine. It was going absolutely fine. Up until the point where he said that Karen was arrested and fired. But to be honest, Karen wasn't really in the wrong at first for saying, maybe you don't know this person. But once they both said, look, that's my brother, this is my sister kind of thing. Alright everyone, that's it for me today. I do hope you've enjoyed the video and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. If you have enjoyed, please do drop it a like because it really helps me out, and subscribe to the channel if you are new. I'll see you guys in the next episode.